Good evening, everybody. Gizzard Gary, and tonight I'm going to do a live mail call from Midnight Range TM, and I just received this in the mail this evening after work, so sorry about that. So as soon as we get somebody in here watching, I'll go ahead and do this. If anybody hops in, we'll wait a few seconds to see if anybody shows up. Ozzy Osborne, excuse me, is in the chat. Hey, Ozzy. Mad Sexy, watching NASCAR. Obnoxious One is in the house. Welcome, everybody. I was kind of hoping maybe Midnight Range would get in here since this was kind of sort of his idea. But I don't see him yet anyway. As I was explaining earlier, I got a package in the mail after work from Midnight Range. And he had an idea of me doing opening his mail live on the camera, so I thought I'd do that. We'll wait a minute or two to see if any more people show up, then we'll go ahead and get started. It probably won't take long to open this envelope, I'm sure, but why would you want the fry cook? He says. Well, he was nice enough to send me something in the mail, so I have not opened the envelope yet, so I don't know exactly what's in here. So I think I'll send him a quick message, see if he's still alive. So how's everybody doing this evening? Only one wrench. Yeah, we got Ozzy. He's got a wrench. He can keep order. Pretty sure he can do a good job for us. There's Midnight. All right. Midnight Range is here. The guest of honor has arrived. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this camera on. You have all been forewarned that this is the way I look. Ignore the chicken head in the background there. He kind of lives here. So I'm going to show the back of the envelope for Midnight since I don't think he wants his address or everything on there. So let's go ahead and open this up. If I can figure out how to do it without getting a chisel or anything out. Hopefully there's no powder or anything in here. So well, there does not seem to be any powder or anything in here, or nothing. It's not ticking. And it looks like to me, I think I got it all there. And we have a note. And it says, "Hey Giz, thanks for having my back from the beginning. Hope you enjoy the pin. By the way, here's the pin." And I kind of sort of shamelessly asked for this after one of his videos because I saw he had several of them. Well, actually, he offered up to send me one, and I appreciate that because I didn't have anything that said Daily Gun Show. And so anyway, his note says, "Hope you enjoy the pin and don't stop living the gun life. We love the channel. Keep it up. Brown chicken, brown cow." Now, to keep the pin, you must read and agree on air. I, Gizzard Gary, enjoy MRTM's channel far more than Obnoxious One's. In fact, next thing I'm going to do is yank that linguine-wristed goober's wrench. Pancakes are way better than oranges. George agrees fully. Meow. So, I agree. It's probably going to cost me a subscriber or two. No, Richie didn't send me a dumpling. For those of you who just came in, he sent me, I don't know how close I can get to this and keep it in focus, but it's a Daily Gun Show pin. And it is uber cool. And it's from Midnight Range, so I will, of course, treasure this my entire life. It's one of two pins I've got now because I have this Stormtrooper pin that Rocall sent me. So, so I appreciate it. So, I guess while I'm on here, we can gab for a few minutes. If anybody wants to jump in to hang out and gab, I suppose I could send links out. I didn't know how long I was going to be in here, but that's a possibility if anybody's interested. Of course, I don't have the viewer discretion advised flag on here, so let's not get too crazy. That's the first live mail call I've ever done. Good idea, Midnight. Send me some more stuff. I'll go live with it. Blink if you read that underdressed. No, I'm not underdressed. I got all my clothes on. I'm good. Oh, by the way, in case everybody's forgot out there, give them the bird. I signed the back of the pin so you can sell it when I become famous. My God, you did. Oh, my God. Check this out. Well, that's worth $1 million now. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah. It says, thanks, Giz, MRTM. Now you all know how to spell his name, so you can write just like him. Mad Sexy, you're the only one without pants. As far as I know, Outlaw Hatfield. What is this crap? Well, you missed all the fun stuff. We did a live mail call from the letter and the very neat Daily Gun Show pin that Midnight sent me. I'm still waiting for my Glock, by the way. Mateo, how are you doing? Whole bunch of people in here in the chat. Outlaw, I thought you had to go to work in the morning. This is up awful late for you. You're a working man now. Not that you didn't work before, but now you're selling freedom. So, if anybody would like a link, I can do one. I'm not going to stay up, forever or anything like that. But Outlaw Hatfield says I do. Okay. Let's see if I can figure out. I think I've got Ellis's email in here somewhere. Let's see. I think I've emailed him once before. Ellis Hatfield. Well, I've got 2 different email addresses for him. I guess I'll send them to both. Or all 3, or whatever. So, Ellis, you should have a link in your email. Ozzy says, who else is doing the Ghost Tactical Drill of the Month? I challenge all of you to try to beat me. I don't have an outdoor range where I can do most of those drills, so. If anybody else wants a link, let me know. Midnight doesn't believe me that Comcast crashed in my area during his show last night, Gary. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, George. George is in the house. He has made his entrance. He has been denied his screen time as long as he's going to permit.
So now you're accepting gifts from Midnight?
Sure, I'll accept gifts from you whenever you send them.
Dude, I hope you wash your hands when you're done, because you don't know what the hell he was doing with his before you touched that.
Well, there doesn't appear to be any powder in the envelope, and I didn't see any French fry grease or anything on the pins, so.
Just be careful. I'm just.
Rich Light says, I send Ellis links, but does he return the favor? No. It's all right. Truth be known, Ellis didn't send me a link to his chat tonight either. G-Webs did.
Yeah, that's true. Which is, I'm sorry, I'm getting forgetful in my old age.
It happens when you get to be your age, Ellis.
Yeah, I was just about to head off and go to bed when I got a notification that you were live. I was, what the hell's this shit?
Well, midnight, I told him, well, I was in your chat, I think it was. I happened to mention, I said, hey, I got mail tonight. I ought to open it. And he said, well, you ought to do it live. And I said, well, I can't do it right now. Everybody's over in the Outlaw show.
Yeah, I had 46 people watching at one point, and I was like, damn.
Man, when Ellis is running the show, nobody else would watch mine. I know how that stuff is.
Yeah. You ought to try to go up against Matt one night. I did that, remember? He quirked me.
You've went against him. You've went up against Daily Gun Show. You've went up against Yankee a few times.
Yep. I punch up. What can I say?
Midnight, he typically starts up before Gun Gals gets over. So. That's a lot of disappointed people, Ellis Midnight says.
Hey, I want to tell you something, Midnight. My tens of fans will beat your ass. You better watch out. They're very loyal fans. All 22 and a half of them.
Yeah, Rich says he goes up against Yankee every week. So, how many guns you sold so far, Ellis? Like 100 or?
Well, probably not nearly that many, but a few. This week I actually get to start doing the 4473 forms, so that'll be interesting.
Okay, what is Night Strike trying to send me a link to?
Be careful with those links.
There's
no telling where there's no telling what you might be getting into.
Unless it's for daily gun shows, all I can figure. But oh, he wants one. I got it.
Oh, he wants a link.
I didn't realize he was out watching this video. I'm slow, but I eventually pick up on stuff. Let's see. So, Mr. shall not be infringed at gmail.com. All right. Mr. Night Strike, you have a link. Warsaw Patriot is in the house. Grim 90 is in the house.
You've got a packed house out there.
That's all the people. It's the hangover after your chat. You know, people were wanting more, I guess. So it's like, yeah, he's not outlaw, but he's kind of old like outlaw. So
give him the bird. Oh wait, that's not right. Shall not be infringed.
Both of those are accurate, actually. So you're having trouble with the YouTubes, I hear.
Yeah, YouTube's giving me problems, but I just went and just cleared everything, the cache, and reinstalled Chrome, and that seemed to fix the problem. Though I did have to disable TLS 1.3 in Chrome.
You didn't have Chrome installed?
No, I had it installed. It wouldn't let me. It said live chat disconnected every time I tried to comment on live chat. So I just had to basically clear everything out and reinstall everything.
I see.
You know, clear the browser cache, the data, all that. I got it working now.
So does Outlaw, does Night Strike have his PSA discount yet?
No, nope. Nope. In fact, they've decided that they're going to put him on hold because they have to get their stocks back up.
Oh, that's harsh, man.
Well, he's emptying out the warehouses and the stores, apparently.
I am not.
You say you go in at 10 o'clock, Outlaw?
I do. 10 o'clock in the morning, I have to be there to sell some freedom.
By the way, Alex, from someone who has experience on the 4473s at PSA, they're all done via computer, so they'll probably use just like a laptop or a tablet that has a touchscreen on it.
Nope, no touch screen at work.
No, you don't have the touchscreen? It's the one in Somerville. The one in Somerville uses laptops with touchscreens.
Well, you know, we're not as upscale as Somerville.
So you're not as upscale as Somerville or as new, I guess?
Yeah. Well, actually, the store that I'm working in is apparently the oldest storefront that we've got.
Really? I thought the one in Columbia would be the oldest.
Nope. Nope, not hardly.
It's awfully hard to type with a cat on your lap.
Especially one that says you're not paying enough attention to it.
Everybody ought to have a cat. That's what you need to get, Outlaws, a cat.
Well, first thing I need to do is get a place to live, and then I'll worry about the cat.
Cat'll keep the mice down.
Keep the night strikes away.
You can practice showing him Glocks and stuff like that.
Yeah, Glocks and high points.
Well, now you've seen my videos. Now George, he'll nuzzle right up to a Glock.
Maybe a Sky or two.
I don't have any of those. Never owned a Sky.
Well, PSA does sell them.
Yeah, we said we can get you one there, Night Strike, if you want one. You just come right on into the store, and I'll be sure to sell you a Sky.
Yeah, and I'll be sure to throw it out in the ocean.
Well, you can do what you want to with it after you buy it.
It'll probably float.
No, I'm pretty sure it'll sink.
I am seriously thinking about picking up one of those Palmetto 1911s. Those things look good.
I just wish they'd have them in stock on the website.
Hey, Rich.
They might not have them in stock at the website, but they do have it in the stores. They've got 3 of them at my store, and man, they are nice.
Yeah, but I don't want to play the retail markup.
Mateo says he's looking at the G45 today. You seen any of those? You got any of those in there?
Nope.
Oh, nope. Gotta have a Glock 45.
Had them. Sold them all. They're gone.
Well, see, you just can't keep the stuff in stock.
But until the end of the month, there is a sale going on at Palmetto State Armory for stores anyway. It's not online. It's the store fronts only. all bolt-action rifles are tax-free. So, anybody close enough and wants to buy a bolt-action rifle, they are tax-free at Palmetto State Armory. Storefront.
What's the cheapest bolt action you guys know?
Oh, I'm not sure. I haven't even looked.
I
I
guess
probably
driving
need to because I don't own a bolt action.
I have one. It's a 22, but I want to see if there's anything else I can get.
See,
Well, they
that's
sell-
what got me through when driving 4.5 hours for was a rifle, not a hot dog.
They sell the Savage Axis. There's a few of those in there. A couple of Ruger Americans. So hey, stop in one of the storefronts, tax free. You get it for exactly what's on the ticket.
Let's see, Sarge is out there in the text chat. Hey, Sarge.
So I was looking at getting one of those Rossi RS-22s. $99.
That ain't bad.
Though again, save another $100 and get a Ruger 1022 with a wood stock for $199.
Didn't you just buy a 22?
I did, but again, you can never have enough 22s.
Well, that's true.
Well, I know.
Just like I can never have enough AR-15s either. I just built an AR-15.
Well, if you want to build another one, I'll sell you a barrel.
I usually buy the upper assemblies all together from PSA because it's easier.
Oh, see there?
Hey, Alice, I got a bone to pick with you, man.
Yeah, I heard.
What? No, not the link thing.
Oh,
What was with letting Yankee get away with saying Magnum TA was driving drunk when he wrecked?
he wasn't drunk, but you know.
I mean, I can't believe you let Yankee get away with that one, man. Seriously.
He might have been
That
high, but he wasn't drunk.
He wasn't intoxicated at all. He wasn't high. He wasn't drunk. It was just one of those freak things that happened. He wasn't speeding either. He just lost control. He hit a patch of something, and that was the end of it.
Well, don't. One, you were listening. You made one mistake. You listened to Yankee, and two,
No,
don't
Yankee
listen to what Yankee says.
Yankee was actually on Outlaw Show tonight, so it's like,
Yeah, I saw.
Like,
But
yeah.
you played into listening to what Yankee says. Shame
But
on you.
as far as the link thing's concerned, Gary didn't read the second part of that comment. I said, yeah, but then again, it was probably a good thing because I probably would have told Yankee where to stick it.
I'm surprised you haven't yet.
Gary didn't read you that.
I tell you what, that was comedic gold. I'm on a Hatfield chat. Boom, he was gone.
He's gone.
He was back 3 minutes later, but you know, I thought that was great.
He's like, wait, this is
Okay.
Outlaw Show?
I had a couple of people wanting to know what they missed. If you weren't here earlier, I was opening an envelope for Midnight Range, and I read a note out loud that he wanted me to read. You'll have to go back and play that over. But he sent me a Daily Gun Show pin that I had admired on one of his videos. And if I wouldn't have dropped it on the floor, I'd show you the autograph on the back of it. Here, let me.
And you got 40 pounds of cat sitting on you, so it's hard to bend
Well,
over.
that's the problem, see? Of course. Now he's going to be upset with me, but he'll get over it. But there's the back of it. It's got an autograph and everything on it. So
Oh wow, that means it's worth 10 cents.
I will treasure that.
Oh
forever.
wait a minute. The pin itself only costs 10 cents, so it's probably only worth 5 now. So
That pin came from G-Webs. That's probably worth its weight in gold right there.
until Midnight signed it.
Yeah.
He ruined the value.
Well,
Yeah, I mean,
you
think about
guys
about this for a
start
minute,
sending
Gary.
me swag in the mail,
Think about this for a minute, Gary. You walk into the restaurant where Midnight's working, and you order a cheeseburger, right?
I'm sure he'd fix me one. Too.
Okay, yeah, he would fix you the cheeseburger.
It would
But
be
it's
something.
an automatic.
Gary, this is one that you guys sent me.
But if he makes it, it's an automatic 40% off because his hands touched it.
Unsigned.
Yeah, mine isn't that big. It's probably a little over an inch across.
Midnight. I'm thinking Midnight's admitting he screwed up. He said he should have sent $5 with it.
Well, I haven't looked in the envelope. There may be money in here. Yeah. May look in the other envelope. Nope, that's it.
Oh, by the way, Night Strike, you owe some money out tonight.
Uh-oh, why?
Because your show got several plugs on mine tonight.
Uh-oh. Well, just put on my tab.
Oh, in case you don't know, Night Strike, you're gonna have to compete with Matt tomorrow night.
Really? Seriously?
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, fuck. I'm not going to even bother.
Yes, he's running his show tomorrow because his internet was gone tonight. So, congratulations. You get to do what I did and go head-to-head with Matt Hansen. And if you don't do your show, because you're afraid of getting quarked by Matt, dude, come on.
No, I'm not afraid about getting quarked. It's just I won't have any viewer interactions, so it'll kind of suck.
Well, thanks a lot, buddy.
You'll have a panel. We'll show up.
Gary, I send you invites to the panel.
And I make it. Well, that's more than Ellis does.
Hey, watch that shit.
You might not have an audience, but you'll have a panel.
Well, Gary,
You didn't have an audience last week.
don't be too offended, but you're not going to get one next week or the week after either.
Uh-oh.
So,
in case Night Strike forgets, we didn't have an audience last week. The show still went on.
You say I was on there last week.
It's true. You're right. So I guess I'll probably host it. So, oh well.
the show must go on. They will watch it in replay. See, that's where I get 90% of my views is on the replays.
I guess.
The people driving to work, home from work, going to lunch, they still listen. It's just a matter of giving it time.
Yeah, some people will download your show and then they'll listen to it like a podcast.
Have you seen any of these in the store?
No, I have not.
Just checking because
What's the most expensive gun you've got to handle so far?
A 338 Lapua.
That's a caliber.
Yeah, well, it's also the rifle. It's a Ruger.
No, that's a caliber. That's not the rifle. It's the caliber.
That's a Savage 338 Lapua. How about that? Does that make you happy?
No,
What's the price tag
that's
on?
the manufacturer and the caliber. That's not the model name.
Rick?
What about Rick?
Never mind. Just never mind. You're driving me crazy.
But that's revenge.
Yeah, fuck you.
This is what happens when you don't send me links. But then again, I probably would have got into it with you.
Look.
It might be a good thing.
Yeah.
Because I would have called Yankee on that.
Yeah, well.
Yankee is Yankee.
It was a good show. I enjoyed myself. I had a decent panel. I'm happy.
Bar?
Mainly because Night Strike wasn't on there.
Oh, that's harsh. You would have just gave me a link, but the chat was full by the time I got.
It wasn't full the whole time.
Guys, I am getting the heck out of here. I've got to go to bed. I got to be up for work in the morning, so you guys take care. Have a good night. God bless you all. Rich, go fuck yourself. Y'all take care.
All right. Thanks, Ellis.
Later, Ellis.
Yep.
No, I fell asleep not too long after I got home. I know, surprise, surprise, I took a nap. Laugh, laugh, laugh. But anyway, I woke up and I saw that Ellis was live. And at first, I couldn't get my YouTube to work, so I had to restart my browser and everything. So I started it back up, and I saw Yankee Marshall on there, and I'm thinking, what in the world did Ellis do to get Yankee on his chat?
He invited G-Webs, and then G-Webs invited Yankee.
Oh, is that how it worked?
Yeah.
Well, G-Webs invited me too, but he had a pretty full house by the time I got there, in his defense. And I didn't show up in the chat when he first went live, so he probably figured I wasn't around. That's cool. I was just giving him grief anyway. So what else is everybody up to? We can't have dead air now, especially with Night Strike in the chat.
Well, I got my VA disability to go through today.
Well, that's a good thing, isn't it?
Yeah, that'll be an extra $1,000 a month.
Sweet. Hey, you could be my patron.
you can start giving Gary like $1 a month.
Yeah.
And you could give GunTube $1 a month.
That's what Clover, Ghost, and Tardot get right now. But yeah, and they pay you retroactive like a year from where you said you were going to file for your claim. So they're also sent out $14,000 worth of checks today. So that's going to be a nice lump sum when it gets here.
I'm hoping I can get old enough to get Social Security one of these days.
You need to hope that there's still going to be Social Security by the time you're old enough.
I know. They offered early retirement where I work, or they called it a voluntary exit program. But basically, no questions asked. They would give you 2 weeks pay for every year you've worked there, up to a full year's pay if you agree to separate.
My dad looked at getting Social Security because he says he thinks he's old enough. But apparently they said he makes too much money right now in order to qualify.
Yeah. My grandfather took the early retirement thing when they offered it because he wanted to save some jobs of younger guys who were just starting out. And then all he did was complain because he didn't know what to do with himself afterwards. He retired at like 55, I think it was. All he did was complain.
I was afraid it would happen to me, that, and I'd run out of money. And, you know, people don't think about when you do stuff like that, then the insurance and everything that you're getting through work, all of a sudden you have to pay for out of your pocket. And it's expensive.
The retirement package that he took, he got to keep his insurance.
Oh, I get to keep it, but I have to start paying for it out of my own.
Yeah, well, that came out of his pension. So.
Right. I mean, right now the company pays all but, I don't know, $30 or $40 a month of it. So.
Yeah, his was a split payment thing where the company paid so much and then he had to pay. And after he retired, it stayed that way. Because he was there, he had so much seniority that the way it was written up, if you had so much seniority, if you took the early retirement, you got so much of your insurance covered still. So, until you hit 65 and were able to get on Medicare. So he still had all his medical insurance for another 10 years after he took the early retirement.
Uh-oh. G gave me a Daily Gun Show link.
Yeah, I have one too.
Should we jump over there or keep going?
I really didn't intend on running this all that long anyway, so I'm okay. If you guys are okay, we can tie this up and fly over there.
If you want to
do that, I get.
If anybody would like to plug their channel before we leave.
I do that too much. If people don't know what it is by now, they ain't ever going to know.
Check out guntube.org. And, yeah, don't miss Tuesday nights, that block.
And since Yankee was bitching that nobody plugs his pistol thing, go over and check out Yankee's pistol giveaway thingy.
There's a website for that, isn't there?
Huh? I have
Yeah, it's like the Yankee Marshall Pistol Project.
check Yankee's channel. He'll have the information, so I'm sure.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not even sub to him anymore. So.
Okay. Before we get done, I do want to sincerely thank Midnight Range for the pin. I really do appreciate that, buddy. And the heartfelt handwritten letter, which I'll treasure for my entire life. Seriously, thanks, Midnight. I appreciate it. Thanks to everybody who's out in the chat, and to everyone that's out there. Remember, give them the bird.
And the pistol things, and that pistol thing's the only thing Yankee does that's worthwhile. That's the only way it got mentioned.